Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I am your host, Tom Dark, and today we have another episode of The News, okay? We have some news today to talk about, some internet news and internet story. One of the most interesting stories, really, in YouTube and really internet history in general is developing before my very eyes, so I feel like it'd be fun to share it all with you just a little bit, or maybe a little bit more, I should say, because I've already made like 2 videos about this like a month ago, but since then there have been some pretty interesting developments that are worth discussing in a video, and I've got some more thoughts on it, so yeah, let's talk about it. Ruben Sim is a YouTuber with more than 700,000 subscribers. He is a Roblox YouTuber, but his videos are made for slightly more mature audiences than the game's target demographic. He uses a lot of edgy humor and has a habit of getting some people in the community mad at him because of some of his more controversial jokes. Kind of relatable, I guess. And he also has a long history of adversity with Roblox itself. He has been very critical of their staff in the past, he has made fun of them, and he has deliberately broken some of their rules a few times just basically to rile them up a little bit, right? One would not be remiss in labeling him a bit of a troll. Roblox recently began to make efforts to implement voice chat functionality. On September 3rd, an early version was made available to their top developers, which meant Ruben was also given access. 2 days later, he uploaded a video of himself using it to swear at admins, clearly breaking their rules and guidelines, because he definitely is a troll in that regard. You know, he likes to troll around a bit, likes to cause a little chaos. Now, at the same time, Ruben has been very critical of Roblox for what he sees as their mishandling of allegations of predatory behavior. One of the biggest situations regarding this was actually 5 years ago with a Roblox YouTuber named Mr. Obvious, who was heavily supported by the platform. However, he had been spending his time secretly grooming his young fans. So, Ruben made a video outlining the situation, which got a lot of attention. Meanwhile, according to Ruben, Roblox staff refused to ban the account of this guy. So obviously this goes beyond your average like YouTube drama already, right? This is much more serious than anything you would expect from a Roblox YouTuber. You go into it hoping it will be innocent, you're gonna think it's gonna be this kid's game, and you come out on the other side hearing that there are some allegations that Roblox gave an award to a pedophile and they did nothing about it, right?
As I do on all of my videos, I'd like to point out what Roblox has done wrong in handling this. First off, it's clear that so far, at least at the time of making this video, I've done far more than any Roblox staff member in trying to responsibly and legally bring justice to him. Roblox is a multi-million-dollar company with $92 million in investor funding, yet they can't develop a moderation team competent enough to prevent this type of behavior. This never would have happened if Roblox mods noticed the red flags he showed on Twitter.
It was a very weird situation for sure, and it got a lot of attention in the Roblox community. Ruben Sim kind of became a figure as a result in the community for a few things. Firstly, he was edgy and had a habit of making controversial jokes, so he represented sort of an older demographic of people who use Roblox and play Roblox, people in the community who don't necessarily fall into the super family-friendly guidelines that the website itself establishes. And secondly, he was very critical of Roblox itself. He was known as a guy who was critical of their staff. He would often report on some situations where he felt they did something wrong, and he was really at odds with them as a company and as a brand, right? Despite the fact that obviously he used the website a lot, he liked it, there were a lot of things he did not like about it, and he was very critical of those things. Well, most recently, some news came out that kind of shocked the Roblox and YouTube community. It became something that everyone wanted to talk about because of the ridiculousness of the headline right on the surface, and even going past the surface, how crazy the situation actually is when you read in between the lines. Ruben Sim, this YouTuber, is currently being sued by Roblox Corporation for more than $1.6 million.
Yeah, Roblox, the multi-billion-dollar company, is suing a YouTuber for $1.6 million. When I first read that headline, I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, they finally went after Jim Wool, the elusive boogeyman of Roblox. But it turns out it has nothing to do with Jim Wool or his evil crime syndicate. This is an absolutely wild story that I just wanted to talk about today.
Included in that lawsuit, they also want all of his social media accounts deleted, and they want him to pay for legal fees. They really just want to destroy his life in full and his ability to even post about it in any possible avenue, right? They want to drive this guy to anti-hero, some may say, by taking away everything he's got. And Roblox is not a small company or anything like that, right? They're massive. They have tons of employees. They have billions of dollars in revenue. So imagine like how daunting this must be for Ruben Sim. Imagine being told that you're going going to be sued for more money than anyone can reasonably pay. And not only that, but your moderately popular YouTube channel, which is your only way of generating any income, is going to be deleted by Roblox in addition to the millions you already owe to this massive fucking technology company. I mean, it's a very scary idea for sure, and this is the reality that Ruben is facing right now. When I heard about all of this, I decided that I wanted to do a video about it, going over some of the legal claims, which I did do on my own channel, and I surmised that there are reasonable defenses that Ruben's lawyer could make in court to defend himself against a lot of claims against the Roblox Corporation. However, there was one particular claim that I felt a lot of people were ignoring, most people were overlooking, and I thought that Roblox could probably make a compelling argument in court that many people were ignoring the reality of. This claim was that Ruben Sim had contributed to getting the Roblox Developers Convention shut down, and as a result had cost him a bunch of money. Ruben had basically made this tweet that is reminiscent of the whole Sam Hyde meme, right? About how he can't keep getting away with it, and it seemed to me that the argument from Roblox would be that Ruben had contributed to getting the event shut down because this supposed meme that he had posted was actually spreading misinformation and going to cause issues with the convention. And none of Ruben's fans were showing this tweet, so I decided to show it in my video. Meanwhile, someone who had been a fan of him had made what they called an obvious satire tweet, where they had a fake gun on top of a Roblox shirt and told people not to go to Roblox Developers Convention. As I said in the video, this isn't necessarily the super obvious satire that you may think it is to industry professionals and law enforcement. They have to take this seriously, and they will take it seriously, and they did. Gatto, this is not the case. The tweet that Roblox cites does exist, and was sent on October 14th at 5:41 p.m. Ruben had been following developments from the event and live tweeting to his followers. Incidentally, Lord Gatto was one of them, with other posts mocking Ruben's arch nemesis, Noble Dragon. The suit's specific allegation is not that he made these threats himself, but encouraged others to do so in addition to his own. As for what I've seen, it's not like he had no involvement. Roblox does have a case. So the argument here that I was making is basically that Roblox is not suing him with nothing in the tank, right? Legally speaking, I thought they may have had somewhat of a case. And I'm still of that opinion to an extent, but regardless, I'm rooting for Ruben in the situation, and I really hope that he comes out on top. I think that he makes some pretty cool videos, and far beyond that, right, beyond anything superficial, I think that he doesn't deserve to lose everything, even for that tweet that I found. I think he was making a dumb joke that maybe he shouldn't have made, and he would probably agree it was a dumb joke, but his tweet, as far as I can tell, was not the one that got RDC shut down in the first place. Well, over a week ago, Ruben announced that he would be posting a video response to the allegations that Roblox had made against him. It was delayed by a week, unfortunately, but yesterday it was released for real, and wow. This video is being advertised as the first in a series of videos Ruben will be doing, with approval from his legal counsel, which will address the situation in full and speak to the allegations made against him. This video itself has 400,000 views as of the time I am recording, and almost 100,000 likes, so for the ratio, I would predict that YouTube's public analytics are being slightly underreported, and this video was potentially doing way better than we can see publicly. It's trending at number 26 on YouTube Gaming for the category, and it has a lot of people on Twitter talking about it. Within this video, Ruben first gives some of the context for the unfamiliar for what happened overall in terms of the basics of the lawsuit before getting into some more inflammatory allegations about the Roblox company, as well as their business practices. The first allegation he addresses is the idea that he photoshopped one of their openly gay staff members and, harassed him on Twitter. That was what the lawsuit claimed. Ruben counters by saying that their openly gay staff member had posted his own nudes online under his real name, which was also tied to his e-celebrity status, and that he simply wanted to point it out, right? He simply pointed out the fact that this existed.
Yet they claim that I depicted him nude. I didn't depict him nude. He is nude. He even tagged it under nude and naked. He even added the tag desert, meaning anyone on Tumblr looking up desert could have seen this. I have a right to ridicule someone when they do something stupid. I don't have the right to accuse people of things they've never done to scare them into a legal settlement because they can't afford to go to trial.
With that out of the way, and in my eyes being a pretty convincing argument from Ruben, he decided to address a major hypocrisy with Roblox. Roblox claimed that Ruben had broken their terms of service off-platform, and that was part of the lawsuit they were going after him for, off-platform behavior that they claimed had, caused losses to their company. He countered by bringing up their supposed negligence in acting against the actions of an actual predator who was making money from their services while grooming children that he had met on Roblox. Basically, this guy was running a successful business on Roblox, raking in money, and despite the fact that information about his off-platform behavior, which included some very nefarious things, despite the fact that that was all reported to Roblox, they allowed him to continue making money on their platform, and he's doing it to this day.
Why am I the one being sued for off-platform behavior when I've made videos on this very channel
criticizing Roblox for doing next to nothing when child predators groom their users over Discord. One of their own professional developers was featured in a People Make Games video, sexting a 12-year-old girl while he was 24.
The person you're about to hear speak is Sarah, not her real name. When Sarah first met Doc in a Discord server, Doc was 24 and he knew that Sarah was 12.
He was twice this girl's age and even went as far as to offer to sneak her out of her house and take her to a motel to rape her. And he's still the lead developer for a game that Roblox is hosting on their website right now. The Discord server where he meets these girls is still linked on the game's page.
Needless to say, Ruben did not hold back in any regard. He did not cower in fear. Instead, he got ready some ammunition, all right? He started firing shots across the bow. He says that they don't care about their users. He says that they don't care about child predators making a living off of their platform. They just don't care in general is really the message of the video, and Ruben seems to believe that he's being unfairly targeted by them. Now, I have to say, if everything in this video is true, the evidence for which is compelling, I will admit, then Roblox as a platform looks very, very bad here. And this would not be the only recent controversy Roblox has had in regards to children on their platform, believe it or not. Another YouTube channel recently spoke about how Roblox, in their eyes, is exploiting young developers for their own gain. They also echo the idea that Roblox does not do enough to stop child predators from making money on their platform and using their platform to meet potential victims. It's a terrible situation from the top down if you look at how things are brewing on YouTube right now. I would say that Roblox is probably going to have a massive controversy on their hands very soon. I mean, you can see the signs of it already. You've got multiple large YouTube channels reporting on the fact that they are not doing enough to stop child predators on their platform. Imagine if a bunch of parents found out about this. It would be terrible for their PR. Imagine if the mainstream media picks up this story again. They already reported on it once when the lawsuit was initially announced, when it was filed, they reported on the fact that it existed. Imagine if Kotaku, The Verge, and the Wall Street Journal start reporting on the fact that Roblox now has a ton of inaction in regards to predators on their platform. Imagine how that would look to parents. Imagine how that would look to the boomer audience out there. I would say that it would look really, 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 really bad. I mean, what parent would want their kid to be on a website that does nothing about child predators, right? A website advertised and marketed towards kids. It just doesn't make sense. And imagine if these journalists were to do what we've seen in the past and not only publicize the information, but also reach out to Roblox's shareholders to try to get their attention, right? We've seen in the past with situations like the adpocalypse that they're not above that, right? They're not above trying to financially harm a platform that they think is doing the wrong thing. Imagine if these journalists start reaching out to these shareholders and these investors with Roblox. After all, Roblox is a publicly traded company, so public opinion is very important to their value and success as a company in the market. I would imagine it would go terribly in that regard. Like, that would be a terrible situation for them. It's still important to keep in mind that these are allegations in my eyes. Even if they feel substantiated, you know, I don't want to jump the gun too far here, especially with a multi-million-dollar company who recently decided to take a YouTuber to court over here, having its eye of Sauron on the entire situation, you know, the ever-watchful eye peering in on all this. So keep in mind, all of this is mostly allegations, but still a very bad situation for Roblox, and I think they're going to have to clear this up in the public eye, if you ask me.
Look at the filing! Outside of the Roblox platform, defendant Simon engages in conduct that violates the Roblox terms. Hello? Does this not violate the terms? Trust and Safety finally decided to ban one of this guy's accounts, and it wasn't even the account that owned the game. I showed him screenshots of him saying things like, Dr. Rofatnik isn't even my biggest source of income, and I didn't own the group, so that's not an issue. He even said that his game's revenue almost tripled after he was exposed as a pedophile.
With all of that being said, I am very, very curious to see how all of this will go. Lawsuits can be very, very long. Litigation can take years, especially in civil court, so there's no telling when all of this will end. I'm curious what the play is here from Ruben and his lawyer and how any of that will go. Escalating things publicly is certainly a theatrical and entertaining way to go about it, but I'm curious what their actual legal strategy will be here for sure. And once again, good luck to Ruben Sim, alright? Major respect to him for not cowering in fear at these guys and standing up for what he believes is right. I don't know how things are going to turn out for him, but I do wish him the best. Anyway, that's really all I have for today. If you guys liked this video, then be sure to leave a like. If you disliked it, then leave a dislike. If you have any thoughts on all of this, then be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Always good to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll see you all in the next video, which will be real soon. Bye.